Hey there, welcome to the channel. In this video, I want to take you through some relatively simple use cases for automations and AI agents that you can build in N8N, which will ultimately save you time and money for your business. So I've got my dashboard pulled up here. This is running, it's a self-hosted instance that's just running on Hostinger. I've already made some tutorials showing how to set this up. And it's just better than using the N8N service itself because it's cheaper. I'm only spending about $10 per month to run this on a virtual private server on Hostinger. And you can also bring up a terminal. You can update it anytime you want as well with a few simple prompts. So yeah, I highly recommend setting this up on Hostinger, or you can just use the official N8N cloud service if you want to as well. And if I want to upgrade my plan, I can simply come over here and upgrade to, let's say, this one, for example. But I'm just going to stay on this current plan for now. It has plenty of RAM, plenty of CPU power, and it's also got a lot of disk space on here as well. Way more than I could possibly want for self-hosting N8N. And yeah, with that being said, let's come back on over to our dashboard here. And I've actually bought a package through Hostinger, which includes a lot of done-for-you templates. So I've got about 100 different templates that are bundled in as soon as I bought this through Hostinger. And I've also built quite a few of my own as well. So this one, for example, is a job application system, which I just recently made a tutorial about. You can watch it on my channel. But essentially what this is doing is it's just got a trigger and then it's pulling in my resume from Google Docs. It's scraping jobs using Apify. So as you can see here, I've just got this Indeed job scraper, or you could use LinkedIn, Glassdoor, ZipRecruiter, whatever sort of job board you want that is available in Apify. And then it's just looping over those jobs and then checking to see if I am a good fit for that particular position, right? So that's what this step is doing, using ChatGPT 4.1 Mini. And then it's just filtering those. If I am a good fit, it will write a resume using ChatGPT right here. So you don't have to screw around and write all of the resumes manually for each job position. It will do that for you automatically, which is a huge time saver, especially if you're going through and applying for dozens or even hundreds of jobs. Then that saves a ton of time. And then it's just going to format it into Markdown right here. It's going to create the resume, put it into Google Docs and Google Drive, and then it's just going to add all of those jobs quickly and easily into a Google Sheet document so that you can go through and manually apply for the jobs. That's the only thing that isn't automated here. Another thing you could also add to this is to create the cover letters as well. So if you want to create a resume and a cover letter, you could easily add this into the automation. I actually have another automation in here which is doing that as well. So if I scroll down to this one here, it's the automated job scraper. And this one's very similar. It's just running the Apify actor here to scrape Indeed jobs. And then in this case, I'm just limiting it to one job for testing, or I could add 10, however many jobs you want. And then it's just doing a job fit score using ChatGPT. And if I'm a good fit, it will actually create the cover letter in this particular case. So this is what the prompt looks like. You can just open this up. You're going to see here's the job listing details, the title, description, company name, location, and then I'm just putting in my resume verbatim right here. So this is what it looks like. And it's just creating the cover letter based on the job description, and then it's putting it into Google Docs. So if I wanted to do that for the other automation, I can simply add in this exact same step here, but I'm just keeping them separate for now. But this is really helpful because AI is replacing more and more jobs. In this case, it's actually using AI to find the jobs and scraping them from Indeed and creating the resume and cover letter. So it's actually helping people to find jobs in a much faster and efficient way, which I think is really cool. And I've also posted this over here on my LinkedIn as well, and it's just gotten a ton of engagement. Everybody wants the template. Let's see if I can find it here. There's one with like 60,000 views or something like that over here on LinkedIn. I've been posting a lot more recently on LinkedIn and growing my network over here. Here it is. This is the automated job application process in N8N, and it's got 64,000 impressions. Just people commenting and saying that they want the template. and I've gained like 400 followers just from this one post, and 377 profile viewers as well. So this is definitely something that people want, and I'm using LinkedIn to do my market research. And yeah, you're welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to. It's just Mike right here, so you're welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn. And then you can also grab these templates over here on my Gumroad page. I'll leave a link in the description below. I've got a lot of these available here, which are basically just free or pay whatever you want, because I've found that a lot of people are very cheap and they just want it for free. So I'm getting a lot of downloads, which is basically just helping my overall conversion rate on a lot of these. And hopefully, eventually people are going to start paying for them. They're already starting to pay for them slowly but surely. And yeah, I've got a lot of different things over here. So if you want to check any of these out, there's a link in the description below. This is another template which can automatically create LinkedIn newsletters from YouTube videos that you're uploading. So this is another big time saver for me personally, because I've uploaded over 1,000 videos on both my first and this second channel where you're watching this now, and it doesn't really make sense to create another newsletter if you could just repurpose it from your existing content. So that's what I'm doing with this one. I've posted this on LinkedIn too, and it's gotten a ton of engagement as well. So this is obviously something that people want. And basically what this one's doing is it's just checking for new YouTube videos using my XML feed. So if I copy and paste this and open it up over here, you're going to see here's all of my content that I'm uploading to YouTube. It's just an XML feed. So it's checking every hour basically to see if a new video has been uploaded, and then once a new video is uploaded, we are running an Apify actor. This one is just called YouTube Transcript Scraper, and that's built directly into Apify. If you're not familiar with Apify already, it's just over here, and you can run these scrapers. So basically they have automated scrapers that can scrape lots of different websites, including YouTube. And I've just got this one right here, which is the YouTube Transcript Scraper. And all you have to do is pass in the URL, and then it will spit out the JSON, which in this case is just the video URL. So it's very, very simple. And you can either run it over here, or you can add it to your N8N instance over here, the workflow. So I'm just calling the YouTube Transcript Scraper. It's passing in the YouTube that we got, the YouTube link that we got from the previous step. Once we've uploaded a new YouTube video, this will get pulled in, and you'll just click and drag that in right here. So it would be the YouTube JSON link right there, and that's going to get the transcript. So if I execute this workflow, it looks like it did get the latest YouTube video since I just recently uploaded one. And it's running the actor right here. So as you can see, it just says succeeded, and it should have the entire transcript somewhere here. And then in the next step, we're just going to get that transcript. So it's got all of the timestamps in here as well, as you can see, which we don't want to include obviously for creating the newsletter. So the next step is we're just splitting those out. It's taking the data from Apify, and then we're aggregating that. So we're just basically just grouping it all in together here. So we've got the entire transcript without the timestamps, and we're merging those lists, right, using the aggregate module. And for some reason I am having some issues with Google Docs, so it wasn't actually able to add it into the Google Doc. I'm having some issues with Google Cloud Console for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I'll have to figure that out later, but just know that normally it would just take that entire newsletter that it created using ChatGPT, and it's going to put it into a Google Doc. So here's the entire prompt. You are a professional writer creating LinkedIn newsletters for a broad business audience. I will share a YouTube transcript with you. Using that transcript, write a complete 400-word LinkedIn newsletter that explains ideas clearly and simply at about a 6th grade reading level. And then it goes into all the instructions, and I include the transcript down here. So as you can see, there's the entire transcript from the YouTube video. So this one basically is just repurposing the content that I'm already creating for my YouTube channel. It doesn't really make sense to create another LinkedIn newsletter. You could just automate that using N8N. So if I come over here to my newsletters here, you will see I've already been creating newsletters. Here's one that was created using ChatGPT. Actually, I think it might be using Claude. Yeah, this one's actually using Claude because I've found that it's a lot better for writing tasks. So I'm using Claude Sonnet 4 in this particular case. You can choose whatever model you want, but I'm just using the latest and greatest Sonnet 4 in this case. And that's just creating it, putting it into a Google Doc. The only step, again, that I have to do manually is actually creating and uploading the newsletter. Everything else is automated. I would urge you not to actually automate this particular part for LinkedIn because I've noticed that they're getting more strict about these sorts of things. And my account was actually suspended about 3 years ago, so I don't want to mess around with any automations anymore. I'd much rather just do that step manually. But yeah, there's a lot you can do with N8N. I'm just going to go ahead and put my Skool community link right here. And yeah, I've been able to grow this newsletter to almost 600 subscribers in a very short amount of time, just about 2 months now, by automating this using the workflow that I've already showed you. And if you want to grab this, it's available, link in the description below on my Gumroad page. You can basically choose $0 or $5. I always appreciate donations if you get value from this, and I would recommend you leave a review as well if you like the workflow. So that's another one. And we've also got another one that can automatically upload shorts to YouTube. In this case, I'm only using it for shorts, but you could also do it for long form videos as well. So if I just come over here and I search for YouTube video uploader, we can pull up this particular automation here. And this one is relatively straightforward as well. I'm just dropping a YouTube short into Google Drive. So I've got my Google Drive folder over here, which I'm just calling YouTube Shorts. I'll show you what that looks like. I've got this YouTube Shorts folder right here, and all I'm doing is every time I create a new YouTube short using Opus Clip, I'm using Opus Clip to create the shorts. So basically, I just upload a short clip that I've created for LinkedIn. I'll show you what that looks like real quick. We can come over here, and I'm just going to upload this one, for example. And then we can create that short, and then we can just click and drag it into YouTube, the Google Drive folder over here, and it will automatically upload it to YouTube. So this one also is a big time saver if you're creating a lot of content for YouTube. You don't want to go through and manually upload it every single time. You can just automate this using N8N. So we're going to come back over to the workflow here, and once I create this next short, I'm just going to upload it to Google Drive. It will download the file using the Google Drive module right here, and you're just going to pass in the ID that you got from the trigger. So we'll just scroll down here, and it should be this one here. You'll click and drag that in, and it will download that particular YouTube short. So if I go ahead and execute this, I'm not sure if it's actually going to pull in a YouTube short because I haven't uploaded one recently, but it seems to be downloading it. So let's see what this looks like here real quick. There we go. So it just got my latest one right here, and we can view that real quick. All you have to do is, there it is. This is the YouTube short. But I don't want to actually upload that one because I've already uploaded it to my YouTube channel. I just want to show you kind of how it works. So it's downloaded that from Google Drive, and then the next step is just going to call the YouTube module, and then we can go ahead and upload it with all of the information here. So we're just passing in data, which is the downloaded file that we've already got on Google Drive, and you can set as unlisted to start. Set the language, the category, the location. I'm in Thailand, so I just use Thailand. And then we can set a title, which we're going to change later anyway, so you can just pass in the file name like I'm doing in this case. And from there, this is a critical step where we have to wait for a certain period of time because it doesn't just get the transcript right away. I found, so I'm just waiting for basically 3 minutes in this case. And then it's going to pull in that transcript. So in this case, I'm just passing in my Apify token right here, which you can quickly and easily get over here in Apify. It's under Settings, and then API and Integrations. So you're just going to copy and paste this API key right here, and then you can, in this case, I'm just using an Edit Fields node right here, but you can also do this over here as well. So you can just paste it in under the token field, and then that's just basically going to authenticate with Apify, or you can use the built-in module right here. So you can just click on Run an Actor like we did in the previous workflow. But in this case, I'm just using an HTTP request, and we're calling the specific actor that we want to run here. So that's the URL for the actor that we want to call right here. It's just the YouTube transcript scraper, similar to what I was using in the other workflow. And we're passing in the API key, basically, and the JSON down here as well. So that's just the video URL that we want to upload. So we're getting the video that we've already uploaded, and we're calling basically just giving it the YouTube link right here to get the transcript. That's all there is to it. And then in the next step, we're actually formatting that using some JavaScript. I didn't actually come up with this on my own. I followed a tutorial that showed how to do this. You don't have to always figure everything out on your own. You can just look up tutorials and figure out how to do this for you. So that's just formatting the transcript. It's basically just removing the timestamps like we did in the previous one by using some JavaScript. And then in the next step, we're just creating a description. So we can use ChatGPT to create the SEO Optimized description, as you will see here. This is the entire prompt. And again, if you want to download this, you can just come over here to Gumroad, and you can enter in however much you want to pay for this template. I think it's quite valuable, so if you want to actually pay something for it, that would be much appreciated. Or you can also just grab it for free. It's entirely up to you. But yeah, donations are always appreciated. And then you can just go ahead and download this. It's going to have everything set up for you right out of the box, including all of the prompts and everything. So it just saves a lot of time. And then in the next step, we're dropping in an AI agent, which is going to create the tags. I actually just decided to remove this step because I was having some issues with creating the tags, like a comma separated value for the tags. So I just removed this one. But you can also create the tags and upload those as well. And then last step is just going to be creating the title. So this is the prompt for the title right here. You are a professional copywriter for SEO Optimized YouTube titles. And then here's the user prompt right here. It's just basically going to give it the transcript, and it's going to create the title in basically 100 characters. And then it's just going to update that video. So it's going to take the video that you've already uploaded. It's just going to update the title, the description with the new generated description. And it's also going to, I made sure to turn on notify subscribers as well, so that they actually get a notification when it's uploaded. And obviously I also have to set it to public as well, so that everybody on YouTube can see it. And it's also going to add it to a playlist as well. I'm just adding it to YouTube Shorts in this case because I'm only using this automation for uploading shorts. I could also do it for my long form videos just as easily as well, but I want to make sure to keep them short for now. So if I come over here to shorts, you will see this one right here. It's already got 3,000 views, and this was uploaded automatically using the workflow that I've just showed you. So if I come back over to Opus here, I can take a look at this one here, and we can see what this looks like. So it's created all these shorts right here. And if I want to download this, I can just go ahead and download it real quick. And then I can upload it to Google Drive and then run the automation. It will just upload it automatically to YouTube. So it's a huge time saver, especially if you're uploading a lot of videos on a regular basis. There's another one. And we can come back over to Gumroad here and see what else we have available. I also offer a lot of make templates here as well. I was using make.com for a long time, but like I was saying earlier, I've recently switched over to N8N because I think it's a lot more powerful in terms of what it can do. Here's another one, which I haven't made a tutorial about yet, but this is an AI stock advisor system. I actually followed a tutorial from another creator on YouTube and built this out on my own. So if we come back over to N8N here, I can just search for AI stock, and there it is. So this one's also available basically for free, or pay whatever you want, over here on my Gumroad page. Link in the description below where you can grab this. And basically what this is doing is it's just creating buy, hold, or sell signals. So if I execute this, it should pop up a node, a form trigger. So let's just go ahead and delete that one because it's not working. And if I enter in video right here, it's going to run this entire automation, and it's just going to tell me whether or not to buy, hold, or sell that particular stock. It's very powerful. I think this is really, really useful for anybody that's actively trading in the stock market. I myself don't actually trade in the stock market, but if I were, I would definitely use something like this for sure. And yeah, it's a bit complicated. I'm not going to go through the entire workflow right now, but I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the output. So it just says, basically, it's a little bit hard to read this. Let me switch over to JSON here. It's basically just telling us whether to buy, hold, or sell, essentially, and the exit price and the target and all these sort of things. And yeah, basically what we want to do here is we're just going to send that to Telegram, although I haven't actually connected up the Telegram API key yet, so I haven't quite figured out how to do that. And honestly, I don't really use Telegram, so I'd be better off just using WhatsApp for this particular one. But that's also a little bit complicated to set up because it's through Meta developers. So for now, it's just basically just, outputting this right here, and I can see whether to buy or sell or hold, right? So that's another really powerful example of an automation that you can build in N8N. And we also have another one over here, which I didn't actually create this myself. This is through Nate Herc. He's one of the leading YouTubers talking about N8N. He's a genius with this stuff. This is his channel, and he's got almost 500,000 subscribers. As you can see, he talks about N8N a lot. Most of his tutorials are on this topic. And yeah, so he created this to basically generate images using N8N, sorry, not N8N, Nano Banana Pro. And he's using a service here called kie.ai. So basically you just have to get your API key, and it can create the images using Nano Banana Pro. So this is another powerful one, but again, I didn't actually create this automation myself, so it's not available on my Gumroad page. But yeah, I highly recommend checking out Nate's stuff. He also has a Skool community as well, and I do as well, which is called AI Automation Station. You're more than welcome to join this community. We've got 1,400 members in here at the time of recording, and it's growing fast. I've just recently switched it over to $5 per month because it was free previously, and I noticed that basically anybody could join for free and they wouldn't see my pricing tiers here. So I decided to make it $5 a month. I provide a ton of value inside the Skool community, and I do recommend joining like either premium or VIP plan to get the most value out of the community, because you get access to advanced training, lots of templates, and all that stuff inside the classroom, which is over here. So if you're not already familiar with Skool, I would recommend joining this. And if you join the premium plan, you basically get access to all of these, including many of the workflows that I've already shared for you completely for free. It's built into the monthly plan. So yeah, would love to see you inside the Skool community. And let me know if you have any questions about, setting up N8N self-hosting on Hostinger. And then also, if you want any of these templates, you can just go ahead and download them over here. And I'm always adding more content to my Gumroad page, so stay tuned for more updates. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care, stay safe. Peace from Thailand.